Hi, friends. I'm Reverend Linda, former Vice President of Silent Unity, which of course is Unity's 24/7 global prayer ministry. I'm also an author and a teacher of Unity principles, which is why I am thrilled to have been invited to offer you an important training about the principles and practices of Unity prayer. Imagine rising to greater levels of clarity, along with increasing your ability to calm human thoughts that lead to worry. Even when our own circumstances are pretty calm, don't we know there's plenty to feel worried about as we look at all that's happening in the world around us? Well, Unity's form of affirmative prayer empowers us to live into the truth that is revealed in prayer, to do what Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said that prayer is meant to do, for us to internalize the Christ principles by which we can prove truth for ourselves. Well, here's what I know. Prayer's not about asking a deity for things, and not about attempting to solve a problem, fix something that's broken, or escape a hardship. Prayer's about consciousness, your consciousness and mine. It's about empowerment, your and my rightful ability to transform our thoughts, our words, and our actions so that we can be the divine humans that we are in truth. Not helpless, but helpful. Not powerless, but powerful. Imagine yourself a powerful prayer, knowing the truth of your divine humanity as you hold high consciousness for and with others. This training will help you to be the light of the world. Well, you know what to do. Sign up and show up. I can hardly wait to be with you.
Good morning. How's everyone? Cool. Welcome to Unity Center this morning on a lovely fall day. Unless you're a Tar Heel. Sorry. Couldn't. Anyway, it's a lovely fall day, and it makes you want to say thank you. It's just me and Karen today, so we're gonna do a little bit different. And
I'll be doing mouth percussion.
Right.
Not really.
All right. So anyway, just kind of makes you want to stand up and say thank you. So if you can, please stand up and say thank you. 2, 3, and
Thank you.
one more time. 3, 4.
Thank you.
2. Again. And
Thank you.
here we go.
Thank you.
2, 3.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. This wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joy, for this joy, for this joyful day. This joy, for this joy, for this joyful day. Say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Woohoo! Yes, thank you. You may be seated. Ooh, yes, what a gorgeous day. Is this the fall equinox, maybe? It's the fall equinox. Perfect balance, right, between day and night. Sounds like a theme. Maybe it's a theme we've been exploring all month, this balance, right? Fits right in. I'm Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, and to my left is the wonderful Pat Webster, who will be anchoring us in prayer and meditation and all of the wonderful ways that she shares her spirit. We want to say hello to those of you joining us online, YouTube, Facebook. Yeah, hello. You can turn around and wave. We appreciate you being here, and if you want to say hi in the chat, and then we feel like we're a little more connected. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to let you stand over here so you can light the divine light candle. And let's just spend a moment being with that element of fire. Really allowing ourselves to appreciate that. So essential. And let it remind us that that spark of divine life is within us as we say our opening invocation together. And up there. No, it's up there. I know, with that beautiful graphic, right? Only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Just take a moment and breathe that in. And feel that infinite one divine presence here in this moment, all around us and within us, that potential of infinite good here now. And we say yes to it. Yes. And so it is. And so today we are doing our YFM Youth and Family kickoff after the service, and we thought maybe it was time to begin incorporating some of our older kids into the service. So today we're going to invite Roisin to come on up, and she's going to read the daily word for us today.
I join with those around the world envisioning and affirming peace. I recognize the value of every person on the planet, and I believe that all people deserve to live in peace and harmony. As I honor the divinity of each person I encounter, I look beyond surface differences and backgrounds and grow in empathy and understanding. By maintaining a consciousness of peace, I become a part of the effort to bring it to the world. Through my commitment to spiritual growth and ethical living, I remain calm in troubling circumstances and meet discord with compassion. When I learned of conflict in the world, I bring the situation into my prayer time. I know that all people are expressions of God. I let this realization take root in my thoughts and affirm that we are all one in a spirit of love and peace. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Matthew 5:9. Wait, what is that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, 5:9. Yeah.
Thank you, Roisin. All right.
Surrender, I fall into the
falling into those arms of love. How good it is to do that as we feel those arms of love saying, shh, shh, it's all okay. And we take a big, deep breath and we release everything that's been troubling this week or getting here, everything. Everything. We release anything that stands between us and going into that place of the divine behind the physical heart, that holy, sacred place where the I am of us abides, steady there, available there for each of us. And as Rasheen has reminded us through the reading of the daily word, it's a place of peace, a place of groundedness, a place of love, and a place where we know not only our oneness with that divine, but with one another. So we connect with that space in the holy silence for a couple of minutes, beginning now. Mm. And from that place of our peace and love and oneness, we speak the names softly aloud of anyone who may need our prayer energy, because it's so powerful as we collectively do this. Speaking that name in a whisper out loud now. You're people of God. And we also hold this prayer box, and we hold each person who's placed a prayer here in this box. Knowing it's been proven that even when they don't know they're being prayed for, they are. Knowing that people who've placed their prayers here, who know they're being prayed for, have prayers for abundance at all levels. Financial abundance, prosperity, an abundance of the health and wholeness that is ours by right of our power of wholeness, our divine power of health and wholeness. An abundance of needed healing in any relationships. All these things we hold in our heart for the people who have placed prayers in this box. And slowly open the eyes and look around, make eye contact with divine beings of you. And we'll now say our vision and mission. Our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission. We center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness. And we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is.
This is a love song of sorts. This is a love letter to the big love. It is blue and it is pink, it is warm and it is where I feel you mostly. It surrounds and I succumb as it will soothe and it will help me know you better. And it is better. You say I am always here. It is better. I am always here. I can feel the distant rumble as the waves from you to me move over the shores of my soul. You are quenching all my thirst as my desire fuels the passion and the fire for your hand. And it is better. You see, I am always here. It is better. And you are always here. There's a sound that I can hear when you are near, and it will speak right to my deepest core. There's a time that I can see, and pictures swirl around my head. I know you've opened the door, and it is better. You see, I am always here. It is better. Well, it is better. You see, I am always here. It is better. And you are
Thank you, Karen Novi. Beautiful. Hello, good morning. Good morning. So I was at, this past week, I was at the Unity Ministers of the Mid-Atlantic States retreat. And, well, it was less of a retreat than it was a conference. There was a lot of things that we did. First of all, We got to meet all of us ministers. We go on Monday, and dozens of ministers from all over this region, which is the Mid-Atlantic and the South, come together and share from our heart and learn from each other. And then on Tuesday, unity people from congregations all over come and basically celebrate. There was a lot of celebration, a lot of music, a lot of dance, a lot of things that we learn from keynote speakers and workshops, and this happens in the mountains in West North Carolina at Lake Junaluska. It's beautiful. So next year, you're all coming with me because you don't want to miss it. It really is fabulous. Sue Ann was there, and the last night we had a talent talent sharing, and she got up and did her Guru Yo Mama routine. Everyone was in stitches. It was just fabulous. It was so wonderful. Thank you for doing that. Oh, it was wonderful. So, this month we have been dancing with opposites, playing with paradox, embracing enigma. And it's interesting. This is the fall equinox. It's a whole time of balance. We're kind of coming together with this idea of balancing. So that first week, we explored the paradox of surrender, this idea, this practice it's universal. Every religion and spiritual teaching, there's an idea of surrender, whether that's to God, surrender your life to Jesus, surrender to that highest divine self within, which is sort of how we conceive of it in unity, surrendering the ego. And then we balanced that, we contrasted it with the power of will, which is one of our 12 powers that Charles Fillmore talked about. That's our power of choice. As co-creators, we have a power of choice to what we're going to do with our lives, how we're going to live, who we're going to hang with, how we're going to spend our time. And so we looked at how that could actually work together, two seemingly opposite ideas that feel like might cancel each other out, how they can actually support each other to help strengthen our spiritual growth. We did an exercise that put that together so that we could apply it to a specific experience in our life. And then the next week, which was last week, God bless you. God bless you. It always comes in threes. Last week, we explored the idea of setting our intentions, focusing our intentions to realize our heart's desire and get really specific about it and visualize the specifics of it. And so, we've been taught to do that in New Thought. But then there's this idea of letting it go, letting go of the outcome, throwing it up into the field of uncertainty, as Deepak Chopra would say. Like, how does that work? So last week, we found a way that those two ideas can really work together to support the realization of our heart's desires. And we realized that it wasn't really the specifics of something, a specific person, a specific situation. It's the activity of visualizing and having an image helps to lift our vibration, so that we move into a higher creative field, that we're literally vibrating with the realization of our heart's desires. And then we can release the specific. And that's how we played with that idea. So today, I'd like to talk about really the ultimate paradox. And that is being 100% human and 100% divine. How can that be? Those of you with a math brain are like, 100, that's 200. You think that doesn't work. But it's interesting when we look at it from a deeper spiritual perspective. How can we be 100% human and 100% divine? So let's start with the human part of us. The way I see it, being 100% human is to be grounded in our life, to be really grounded. And so that means a few specific things. Being conscious of our body, being fully in our body, really listening to our body, moving our body, being conscious of our physical body. You know, a lot of people are kind of all in their heads all the time, and they're not, you know, aware so much of their body. But we do have this wonderful vehicle that is here for a purpose to allow us to fully express and fully experience the joys of this physical universe. So being fully in our bodies. But then our brain, we don't want to ignore the brain. The brain is a very important thing, and we want to exercise our brain, particularly as we get older. We want to actually do things that can exercise our brain. Whether that's learning some new talent, some new skill, learning a new language, doing puzzles, Sudoku, Wordle, you know, whatever those things are, whatever you do helps us to kind of exercise, keep ourselves sharp, right? Another piece of being fully human is to be fully connected with our heart, right? Physically, heart healthy, yes. But also metaphorically. This is the center of our love, of our empathy, of our compassion. This helps us connect with others. This is the humanity part of being human. We also want to feel our feelings, allow our feelings, right? We don't want to, I know in some spiritual new thought things, it's like, no, I don't want to feel the feelings. I want to go directly to spirit. Well, that's, as they call, spiritual bypass. No, if we allow our feelings and express them in a healthy way, they tend to just flow through, and we can release it easier. The other part of being 100% human is to have the life structures. Reverend Michael Beckwith talks about this a lot. Having your life structure in order. That's your finances, your housing, your relationships, your work situation. We want to have our life structures in order so that we are free to think higher thoughts. So this is being 100% human. This is how I see it. Now, let's look at what it's like to be 100% divine. Well, the truth is, we are pure spirit. We are spiritual beings, that one infinite love intelligence of the universe expresses through and as us, individualizes as us in order to express. We are all emanations of the one divine light. That is the spiritual truth of our being, that we are spirit, and whatever is true of it is true of us. Now, most people are not completely aware that they are spirit. Most of us, I know I am not completely aware that I am a spiritual being 100% of the time. In fact, most people walk around being 99.9% human and maybe 1%, a little nod to the spiritual self, right? Maybe a little pop in and out with gratitude, or maybe a little prayer or something like that. A little nod to your spiritual self. Well, hey, our spiritual self is the largest self of us. That is our infinite, eternal self. The physical body is just this temporary set of clothes that we're wearing at this particular time, it's going to come and go. But our spiritual self, that is the eternal self of us. So we want to spend time anchoring ourselves in the awareness that we are spiritual beings. And, this is where spiritual practice comes in. We want to anchor ourselves in spiritual practice. And I always recommend, good idea to start in the morning. The first thing that you do in the morning, maybe after a cup of coffee, after you wake up a little bit. But the first thing you want to do is spend time, whatever practice it is, whether that's meditation or chanting or yoga or whatever gets your mind still so that you can experience your spiritual nature, so that you can awaken to the divine love that you are and experience it. So it's not just an idea, it's an experience. So we're anchoring ourselves in. And then at the end of the day, something to the end of the day, whatever it is. For me, I do like a gratitude practice. What am I grateful for at the end of the day? And that helps me to stay anchored and grounded. So you're sandwiching your day in spiritual practice to remember the largest part of you. Now, even still, with that, right, we get sucked into this dense human experience in the physical world. This is a very dense dimension in this human form, and it's a world of duality, isn't it? Good and bad, love and hate, peace and war. It's duality. And it is easy to get kind of sucked to it and to get kind of tricked into it, right? Kind of trapped here. And that happens with, we all have challenges in our life. We all have personal challenges. We all have group challenges. We're having a bit of a challenge right now, which we are working through here. We have the collective challenge. We have a challenge of living in this very polarized climate right now of us and them. And so our day can get away with us, and those fearful thoughts that kind of seep in, you don't even have to watch the news or, it's just the collective consciousness of duality filters into your mind, into your soul. And so we want to have available to us something that can help us snap out of it. Remember that movie Moonstruck with Cher? And he said to her, "I love you." And Cher went, "Snap out of it." We want to snap out of being pulled down into a dense human reactive. And it's not even being 100% human. It's not. It's just being reactive. We're reacting to whatever's coming in. Most people live their lives as reactive beings. From day to day to day to day. That same reacting day over and over and over again. So we want to break that cycle and snap out of it. And one of the things that one of the presenters, I want to share a few things that I learned this week, these wonderful tools. And this came from Jim Blake, who is the CEO of Unity Worldwide Headquarters. Jim Blake is an imposing figure. He's a big guy, really muscle. I mean, he's been a weightlifter, I think, all his life. And he's really tall and really big. And, it's just like stately. And you just go, ugh. But he's got a big heart. He's got this soft heart. He is like the sweetest guy. And he came and spoke with us on that Monday with the ministers. And he shared with us a tool that we can use to snap out of it, and he called it a touchstone. It's a touchstone that we want to make sure that we have during the day that we can use to do this, to remember, oh yes, everything is spirit. Not only am I God expressing, but everything around me is spirit. Everything is love in expression. Everyone else is love and expression. Let me wake up and remember. What is that touchstone? So people, sort of raised their hand and were sharing, and Jim shared that he has a personal mission statement that he has memorized and he has written everywhere he goes. And when he gets kind of caught in it, he reads that and says it to himself. He also has a picture of his daughter, which started his whole journey. He went through a very challenging experience where his daughter had cancer and didn't recover. And that propelled him on a spiritual path to create a booklet at Unity, which was to help cancer patients and their families. And we have distributed, he'd like to have everybody distribute them in hospitals so that people who are just don't know what to do, they're beside themselves with grief, have something to turn to. And it's an inspirational thing. That was his idea. So the picture of her reminds him of what he's doing this for, why he's here. Someone else raised their hand and she said, I have frogs all over. Like statues of frogs. Have you seen those statues of frogs, like meditating or playing tennis, or frogs like on a lily pad, catching a fly? She's got all these frogs around her office and her home. And I was like, what? Frog? Why? Frogs? And she says, frogs, F-R-O-G, stand for fully recognizing only God. Isn't that cool? So every time she sees a frog, oh, wait a second. I want to fully recognize that it's only God. Thought that was a cute thing. Good one, right? A lot of people had putting the hand on the heart, that reconnects them, and reminds them of the spiritual truth of their being. And some people do, if the hand is here, first they go like this, like stop. Wait, let me stop. Let me stop in this moment. And then hand on the heart and reconnect. This is, I am love expressing. I am connected with you. You are love expressing. For me, it is the breath. It's stopping for a second, closing my eyes if I can. If I'm driving, no, I just take a deep breath. And that breath is the breath of life. It is the breath of spirit. And it reminds me that I am not just this human physical being. I am a spirit. This is spirit. That one life that is breathing through and as me is breathing through and as everyone and everything. And in one of the evening's presentations, somebody was sharing about the idea of Yahweh. The ancient Hebrew word that has many different translations, and it can mean I am, he that is, he who makes that which has been made, absolute existence, or the totality of existence. That ancient concept that what we talk about here, that we are perceiving this divine presence, that beautiful word of Yahweh. And they led us in a meditation with the breath, with Yahweh. So breathing in Yah and breathing out Weh. Do this with me. On the in-breath, think Yah. Out breath, way. Ya. Way. Ya. Way. Ya. Way. Feel that peace. The shift is just palpable. You can really feel that shift. There's something really deep and ancient and miraculous about that word and us taking it in with the breath, the inspire. That's inspiration, breathing in, exhalation, breathing that in. It becomes part of us. So I invite you this week to incorporate that for a minute or two or however long you'd like in meditation and see how that shifts it for you. So now it's your turn. I would like for you, there's a mic right here, look at that. How handy. I would like to invite anyone here who has a touchstone that they use to remind themselves to stop and remember who they are, or something they're thinking about that they'd like to start using as a touchstone. And so, who wants to breathe that brave soul? Come on up, Katie.
Yay. I looked at my mom when she started
Is this
talking,
on? Is it on? We're good?
and I was like, Mom, I teach this to my students all the time. So when I teach shamanism and energy healing, and one of the things that I talk about is healing integration. And so I've been using this method of a healing touchstone for many years. And the idea is that you do a little meditation with your client, and you ask them to find their healed and fulfilled state. And then after you do the healing session with them, you ask them to bring that healed and fulfilled state into their energy body and blow the essence of that energy into the stone. And then they carry it around in their pocket with them throughout the day. And anytime they get triggered by anything that is where they're sourcing from their wounded state, they take the stone out of their pocket or they put their hand around it and they recognize the trigger. It's like a psychological focus to redirect them back into what their healed state is. And then they ponder that healed state and they breathe it in and release it, and it works wonders.
Wow,
So,
that's
there you go.
fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. I love that. So we're going to share some ideas with each other. Who else has a touchstone that either they have used or they're thinking might actually work for them?
I'm going to
Sue-Ann, please.
start this today.
You okay?
Come up to the mic. I'm going to.
She's pulling something out of her
Oh, okay.
bag of tricks there.
Okay. Hold on. Here we go. When that wonderful singer was here
Hang on.
doing all the daily word songs, how many people were here for that? Wow, wasn't that incredible? Well, she had some trinkets for sale. So I got this little Isis, and she's spreading her wings. I got it as 4 of them for the jewel song that I sing with. But I just, as soon as you were talking about touchstone, I've been having them in my purse. I just haven't given them out. Okay, so here's, and this is good. I've had a connection with Isis for a really long time.
Isis is?
The Egyptian goddess of everything, basically, goddess of heaven. Anyway, so, but what I have been playing with is her name, Isis. If you split it in half, it's is. So it's about isness, okay? And then if you turn it upside down, it's CC.
Yes, yes.
I love it. Thank you. Perfect. Who else wants to share a touchstone that they've used or they're thinking might be a good thing to start doing? Don't be shy. Come on up. I'm going to have to voluntold you.
Once at a very troubling time in my life, I did a 4-day vision fast out in the desert. And sometimes on a vision fast, you're given a new name, or a new name comes. And I kept thinking, my sailboat's name was Warrior Woman. I used to be quite active in
Warrior Woman?
Warrior Woman.
I love that.
And I thought, it just came to me during that vision fast. It's a little softer. And one of the guides in this group, we all met in a group at first, and then we went off on our 4-day. We met and alone, and then the guide came back to greet me, and I came down this big hill, and she says, "Hello, warrior heart."
Oh.
And that felt really right. And when I get scared or whatever, I just remember that name, Warrior Heart. So that's my touch.
Beautiful. Yeah. Really. Well, you guys getting some ideas about what could possibly be that touchstone for us to stop and remember. Okay. Come on up, Joy.
So I began teaching problem solving, and I wasn't a very good problem solver, and that this was going to be my job. And so I figured, okay. And I noticed that when I had a problem, I would either be caught in the quagmire of it and just really suffering in it, or I'd be saying to myself, I can't. And I knew that I had to do something, and I looked out and I saw a giraffe. And the giraffe, I noticed, and I was reading up on giraffes, the neck is really long on a giraffe because what they do is they go for the flowers at the top of the acacia tree where they're softer and they're more tender. And I thought, I don't have to stay here. I don't have to stay in this. There is something more. I can go up above. And what's up above? The I am, right? And then I thought, okay, look at its knees. Its knees, the front knees go forward, and the back legs, the knees go backwards. And that's like if one way doesn't work, you try a different way. You don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. I can try something else. I can actually do something else. And then I found out it chews its cud, but there's 2 stomachs. And so it digests things, and then it releases them. And I thought, okay, I can go to the I am. I don't have to, I can be flexible. If one way doesn't work, I can go to the other way. And I can let that I am work through me, and I can let it go.
Giraffe.
So that's my giraffe.
You're a giraffe. We know what to get you for the holidays. Love that image. Yeah. Anybody else? Yeah, Joe, come on up.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I have a technique that morphed over 40 years of repeating a mantra. And it's now simply breathe in light, breathe out love. And that comes whenever it's necessary to remind me.
Breathe in light, breathe out love. Yes. Perfect. One more person who would like to share. Well, you've got some ideas now. And I invite you to think about that the rest of the day and this week, about what could be your touchstone. What can help you stop the mental thing, getting caught in this world of duality. Or I liked how Katie was saying the wounding did not come from the wounded place. And remind yourself that there's this healing that's available. That's a really great way to look at that touchstone. You know, ultimately, we want to infuse our human here and now life with spirit. Not that it isn't already. Already, spirit is expressing through and as everything, and each one of us, we just want to become aware of it. We want to become aware of it and invite the infusing of spirit in every area of our life. And it came to me in meditation yesterday. I was sitting in meditation, and I had this vision of making cookies. And you know how you make cookies? You've got the dry mixture, right? You've got the sugar and the flour and the spices and the salt and baking soda or whatever, baking powder. So that's you mix all of those together, the dry. And then over here, you've got the wet ingredients. You've got the eggs and the milk and the oil, if you use butter, vanilla, right? You don't want to put these together yet because they have to be fully mixed, each one on its own. But then you must bring them together and you must mix them completely and then bake them. And they come out as beautiful cookies. So it's us. It's our humanness taking care of all of those parts of our humanness and really allowing ourselves to be fully human. Those are the dry ingredients. And then the wet ingredients is all of our spiritual practice. And we bring them together, blend them, and we become a delicious cookie. Namaste.
Okay.
The human journey can definitely get spicy. Easy to forget. But I think it's important to remind yourself how life and nature works in cycles. Things come and go. And you can always begin again. So. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. 'Cause I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying. I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against hope, but I'm through longing for something gone and I'll never return. I think I finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. everything true. And I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. But I survived many times before, broken hearts and slamming doors. And I'll be alright, yes I will, once more. Just as I did back then, I'm gonna rise again. So bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. So bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Everything new. Yeah. Okay. So this is the time where I get to invite you to a ceremony of abundance and prosperity as we give those gifts of our love and energy that in the form of money. And it is an invitation to express the generous nature that is the divine of you. And there's many ways that you can give. You can see them up there on the screen. You can do the code on your little bulletin paper. Many ways. If you're new and you want to say thank you and you're enjoying, you want to put some cash in one of those little brown envelopes in the chair back, you can do that. And so let's bless that which is coming from us in this particular way with the blessing of our gifts. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. So we'll do our prosperity chant now.
No, it's after this.
You know, it's been a week like that for all of us.
Usually you play this, I got all this.
My prayer partner says we're being downloaded. And we're all just processing big cosmic spiritual downloads. Works for me.
Power of love's here now. The power of now's here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The
pour out love and blessings from our heart, from that divine space, for all this wonderful form of energy that supports this beautiful UCP community and our broader community and the world. So it is. Welcome to our newcomers, anybody who's new here for the first time, and those of you who are watching us online for the very first time. If you online will say hello in the chat, Debbie will be welcoming you. If you're here for the first time and are willing to hold your hand, raise your hands if you would, so we can really, really welcome you. And if you will, if you're willing to, Mary has some information for you to fill out and then a gift. So we welcome you to do that. I know there's, okay, two little people, maybe you're shy. I wasn't little when I first came. Okay, now. Oh, yeah. Sorry, these are a little different in order than I'm used to. Yeah. So our beautiful flowers today are from Lori Hoyt. And Lori, I am just so grateful. Where is Lori? There you are. Her dedication today is a prayer dedication to all the suffering people in Gaza, particularly the women and children. Yeah. So thank you, Lord. It's worth a moment of silence. Good. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Now it's the third song.
I was just so excited.
So, mind and body. So, I was very inspired this week by a Facebook post I saw from one of our community members, and I want to call him out on it. That was Frank Gonzalez. He had a very nice post in there. It was very wonderful, very uplifting, and that kind of got me through the week, so that was good. So, between my cat hand and my attempts to get over my acrophobia, I haven't been able to lift my right arm over my head for like 2 weeks. I went to this thing and I climbed a rope ladder and then fell off backwards. I did that 5 times, right? And then I went down the slide twice. Upon hitting the mattress the second time, I said, I think I'm too old to do this. So my body was not willing, but the mind was. Anyway, I don't know what that had to do with anything. I just had to share that. So, as you can see, I'm going to try.
Spirit was willing, but the body was weak.
That's it. As you can see, I'm going to try to play guitar. I know you all are breathtakingly excited about that. And this is a song by Jack Johnson. Who's to say? Who's to say? What's impossible they forgot. The world keeps spinning, and with each new day I can feel a change in everything, but in some ways they remain the same. And as my mind begins to spread its wings, there's no stopping curiosity. I want to turn this whole thing upside down, find a way to make it can be found. I'll share this love with everyone I found. We'll sing and dance to nature's song. I don't want this to go away. Well, who's to say? I can't do everything, but I can try. And as I roll along, begin to find that things aren't always just what they seem. I want to turn this whole thing upside down. I'll find ways to be found. I'll share this love with everyone I found. We'll sing and dance to Mother Nature's songs. This world keeps spinning and there's no time to waste. Well, it keeps spinning round and round and round and upside down. I'll keep on turning as this world goes round. I'll share this love with everyone I found. We'll sing and dance to Mother Nature's song. I don't want this to go away. 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 That wasn't the best we played that all day.
We've been here 10-15. We were. You guys were doing great. Some of us were. So, we gave with our abundance. Now we see what's coming back to us in our community. We first have a video about this wonderful retreat with Linda Martello Whitsitt.
Hi, friends. I'm Reverend Linda, former Vice President of Silent Unity, which of course is Unity's 24/7 global prayer ministry. I'm also an author and a teacher of Unity principles, which is why I am thrilled to have been invited to offer you an important training about the principles and practices of Unity prayer. Imagine rising to greater levels of clarity, along with increasing your ability to calm human thoughts that lead to worry. Even when our own circumstances are pretty calm, don't we know there's plenty to feel worried about as we look at all that's happening in the world around us? Well, Unity's form of affirmative prayer empowers us to live into the truth that is revealed in prayer, to do what Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, said that prayer is meant to do, for us to internalize the Christ principles by which we can prove truth for ourselves. Well, here's what I know. Prayer's not about asking a deity for things, and not about attempting to solve a problem, fix something that's broken, or escape a hardship. Prayer's about consciousness, your consciousness and mine. It's about empowerment, your and my rightful ability to transform our thoughts, our words, and our actions so that we can be the divine humans that we are in truth. Not helpless, but helpful. Not powerless, but powerful. Imagine yourself a powerful prayer, knowing the truth of your divine humanity as you hold high consciousness for and with others. This training will help you to be the light of the world. Well, you know what to do. Sign up and show up. I can hardly wait to be with you.
So that retreat will be happening it's October 18th and 19th. It'll start on a Friday night for an introduction and live music and refreshments at the Unity Church of Raleigh. You can also attend by Zoom. And then it will be all day on Saturday here at UCP. I want to say that affirmative prayer is one of the most powerful things that Unity offers, besides our 5 principles and our divine powers. Unity was started when Myrtle Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, went to a Christian Science lecture and came back and took kernels of truth from that and spent 2 or 3 years hammering out affirmative prayer and healed herself from tuberculosis, which in the 1880s was a deadly disease. She lived up into her 80s, and people started saying, I want some of that. And so they started coming to their living room and healing, and then the living room got too big, and that's how the unity movement started. They had to have a sanctuary. So it is very powerful, and Linda is a powerhouse of light, so strong and compelling. And so really, this is a big deal to be part of. We are kicking off our YFM kickoff today, our special youth. We've already had Rasheen participate by reading the daily word, and the youth are going to be meeting out on the back deck after the service to talk about what they've done and where they're going. If you want to join them, feel free to. Mel and the gang will be having another game night that's coming Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Really a lot of fun. Show up and join. Gaines and Katya Sage and Mark Smith will be co-leading a medicine wheel, a Sun Bear medicine wheel ceremony this coming Saturday from 2 to 3:30 p.m. And this is based on Chippewa medicine man Sun Bear, his vision of people of all diversity coming together to celebrate peace and open themselves up to spirit. There will be drumming and chanting and other things in our wonderful medicine wheel that help facilitate openness to spirit. There will be a Kirtan festival also on Saturday the 28th. The two things from 6 to 9. Man, you can get immersed in spirit on Saturday. And that will be led by our Arena Sepalite and Vinoda Kovita Das for an evening of chanting under the stars. It'll be out in the labyrinth. It's a family-friendly event. Suggestions of love donations for $10 to $15, and whatever you can give or can, come. Next Sunday is Supernova Sunday. On the 5th Sunday, when we have a month with 5 Sundays, we have a Supernova Sunday, and that's with extra music and special music. And let's give a clap for Bright Memory. Yeah. So it's going to be they are guest musicians. Also, I'm really excited because I'm giving the message on social justice. It will be the kickoff for my social justice internship and ministry, and I want to inspire and invite you to join in this. So that happens next Sunday. Yay, thank you. I'm excited. I've done a lot of releasing of anxiety about it. Now I'm excited. Okay, and then Barnsley Brown is having a pick-a-party, pizza, play, and paint. And it will be on Sunday, October 6th, from 1:30 to 3:30, so it'll be right after our service. For a creative time, she is so creative, Barnsley is, painting and adorning your very own birdhouse with pizza. So you get to eat lunch and do a birdhouse. She's going to provide the pizza and all the supplies you need. This is part of our annual Pick-a-Party fundraising initiative to raise money and support for our community. And if you have an idea that you would how you would like to give in this way, you can sign up for that on our webpage or scan the QR code on the TV for more. Yeah, our webpage is unitycenterofpeace.com. Org. I'm going to get this in a few years. Okay. We have something really wonderful that we offer after our service, and this is called the 3-Minute Miracle. Trained members of our prayer team, a trained member will be out waiting for you in that last door down the hallway in front of us. Last door on the left. Our prayer chaplain for today is Karen, and she will be there to pray with us. She's just so beautiful in her prayers. If you've got something on your heart that you really want some special anchoring, she'll be there. Or if you're online, you can call in or send an email to prayer@unitychapelville.org. please be sure to include your phone number, and you'll get a call back. Okay, and then also after the service, on the last door on the right, Gaines will be leading the deeper dive discussion. What? Did somebody say something? It's what it says here. He was here earlier. I think he's here. And so that's for if there's any, it's a great discussion for going deeper, how you're inspired by that wonderful message that Victoria shared with us. And now we have a very special blessing that Victoria and I will do together.
Maria and Brad and their children, Josh and Olivia, were planning to be here today so that we could bless their daughter Olivia on a major life transition. She is going off to college this week in Oregon, so we're going to do a blessing for you, hoping that you are watching us now and you're all together. We hold you in our hearts, and we just know that you are guided and inspired by Spirit. And let us all sort of turn in that direction and send Olivia Goodwin, our UCP blessing. Together, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you just the way you are. We behold the Christ as you. Blessings.
Such a special family here. Okay, I think it's time to bring in the children.
I am the radiant light of God. I am.
I am the radiant life of God. I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, vim of God. I am the radiant life of God. I am.
Good morning, y'all. Hello. Yay, Lisa's back. Just thankful that she's back and helping out upstairs. Today upstairs we had two powerful children today, so we gave them the freedom to do what they chose to do. We did a lot of pretend play, and then also we wrote with Roisin. She started building our tree, which you'll learn about if you come to the kickoff. We're going to be coloring leaves, so that, and on the front side and the back side, you'll write down like what you hope to grow into by March. Oh yes, and there's a sampling, so for the children and the adults. So we're gonna figure it out. So anyway, come to the kickoff, participate. We've got two other activities, looking at the power of order, and then also a challenge of pinning one of the 12 powers in body, mind, or spirit. Good luck with that. And what else? We'll continue to talk about the power of order next week with puzzles and labyrinths and mazes and how to be together. Okay, I think that's it. Yes, we'll help clean up the chairs, and then we'll do the kickoff after we get the tables up. So, will it be in here? Yes, okay. In here. Yeah, keep it in here. So, and there'll be chairs. There'll be stuff for you to do. So, grab your snacks, grab your liquids, and come on by. Thank you.
Okay, let's share in blessing our children. Very lively. Okay, here we go. It doesn't work. We love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ in you. All right. And it's time to stand and sing and pray our temple. Okay, here we go. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let me be with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyful vow. To take each moment and live each moment, peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Hi. If this video has inspired you, opened your heart, expanded your consciousness, filled you with hope, empowered you in some way, we encourage you to support what we offer here at Unity Center of Peace by making your donation now. And thank you.